Yo, it's Guido coming at you with the Tactics Talk, guys, and I just want to give you this breaking news. It's very important, and I think you should consider it. Maybe not particularly you specifically, but you, the player base, should maybe consider what I'm about to say. I'm just watching the deployment. Prakovka Karakravakaka is a very instructive map. I do a lot of videos on this because it really very easily and plainly shows skill, situational awareness, the ability to react to the match. It's a map that you can go just about anywhere and affect the rest of the map. And one of the best places to affect the rest of the map is the middle. Not a lot of people go to the middle. In fact, only one person, me, went to the 5-6 line. Arguably one of the most important places to control. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tanks on the hill. Six tanks on the hill. Which I typed in and said, do we have enough people camping on the hill? Now, if they boil over the hill and take it and smash 3 tanks over there and don't get crushed by Sniperinos and Arty doing it, well, great. Then we've won a whole side of the map, maybe. Because it kind of depends on how many snippers are back in here in the corner. But it's not really a high percentage play on this map. Yes, I absolutely want some guys up there. Yes, we need somebody forward. Like we're about where the 121 is, and maybe not as high as the 277 is at the moment, but there's nobody there to counter them. So that's all good. But we do need some guys working the middle as well. And you don't need everybody on the 5-6 line, but 2 or 3 of us would be nice. A fast medium to kind of move back and forth, a couple heavies basically where I am to support the hill, but we don't have that. It's only me. It's only me. So I'm going to work with it, guys. I generally try to go places where I think it's the important controlling spot on the map. I don't always do it. Obviously, if I was in a casemate, I wouldn't be here. So the 268, I wouldn't expect to be over here. The Super Conqueror, I don't know. I don't know what his plan is, but he's a snipper. Leopard, okay. He's back there. 4,005. Whatever, man. I guess he might get a few shots along here, potentially. If somebody gets a little bit spicy coming up over the top, he might thump him from that spot there. But we've also got some... Oh, it's a 261. The thing I wanted to say that I really think people should take into account is it's a video game. Let me get going here. So, it doesn't matter if you blow up. The only way you're going to get better is by trying to do something other than the same things you've been doing that have more or less failed in the past. That's the ground. Awesome. This 277 is completely ignoring me. He's just staring up there. The point being in the game where you look at positions like this, you go, well, I don't go there because I get beat up all the time. Well, it's a video game, so go there and learn. Try something different. Very interesting on how few people actually go to some of these spots like this. And how many people do things like the Super Conqueror and the Leopard are doing. They're all sitting back. We don't even have a medium up front. I don't know what this 260 T62A medium is attempting to do right there. I mean, he's fairly easily spottable from the hill, especially if he fires. Now, one thing you're going to notice that I bounced that guy. That's a bit of a bummer. There's the Arty just shredding me, although they don't take a whole bunch of damage. One of them gets me for what? 206 and 78. Is I'm collecting some assist right here. And that's one of the nice things about a heavy at this spot when other heavies are poking. And especially if there's Arty. I'm loath to give Arty any props. But you know what? They do provide some pretty good assist damage in situations like this. So you're gathering assists. Number 2, I'm keeping them honest. If I wasn't here, if nobody was here, these guys would be poking over at will and taking shots. Now, they're getting shots anyway because those guys up there are getting lit and getting kind of hammered. But as I poke up here, I can both get shots on the sides of these guys to help my team, or I can just miss. And I like these guys. Now, this was looking maybe a little bit bad with the number of tanks. Look how many guys they had on the 5-6 line right where I am. They push 2 in, but these guys get shredded pretty quickly here. We're going to hammer him again. The IS-7 dies, and that's good, and I keep these guys getting lit right here. Now, I'm going to collect Arty, and that's where I once again fall back to the it's a video game. If you want to learn how to play this spot, you got to go there, right? You can watch videos and get a general idea or improve your gameplay. The other beautiful thing about this spot is I can shift over to the other side if it looks like I can get something done out of it. I'm just using these bushes here, trying to see if I can catch those guys getting a little bit too high, because I'd really love to get sniper shots from the guys on the hill. Now I've got to get a little higher, and this is a great spot to do that from. Just use the tracks, come up, back down immediately, and get really low really quick. A couple shots came in. Those guys are clearly spotted, but I gather up a little bit more assist. Well, I guess I didn't get anything there. Not really sure who saw what. I got that. Somebody saw the other guy. Maybe the 277 poking up. And man, yeah, you're going to get hit by Arty, and I know that's annoying as heck. Guy missed, just barely. But I fall back to the basic premise here. The bottom line is it's just a video game. And it doesn't matter if you have a bad game necessarily, because you're going to learn. Lucky. I don't even know. I have no idea how I pinned that 60 TP. I don't. Maybe it has the stock turret. No, it doesn't have a stock turret. I don't know. Maybe I hit the hatch, potentially, just right on the top. Hard to tell. Super Conqueror, to his credit, has moved up. The 277 took a pretty important position right there. The good news is he's been able to survive the Arty focus there. And they have a lot of tanks, but they don't seem very interested in trying to dig the 277 out, and that was a bit helpful right there. So now we've cranked up to 1,000 assist and 1,100 damage. Kind of chased this. I wish I hadn't done that, because that's going to get me out in the open more than I want to be. And I can't quite get a shot on him. That was unwise as well, if you're backing out of a situation like that, to actually stop and go forward again, because somebody who's aiming in might get that nice, easy shot on you. Okay, I get hit, but we're going to back out. Look at the Arty just coming in. And despite all of the focus I've got 1,400 damage and 1,000 assist. This guy's coming in. Get him beat up. But I'm still half hit points, right? So yeah, I've been taking my medicine here. I've been taking a bit of a beating. But I'm at 3,800, almost 4,000 combined. This got me concerned, though, because the Super Conqueror died. The WZ comes in there, and he starts taking on the 277. I'm going to fade low just so it's not as easy to shoot me in the back in case the 60 TP. I didn't like necessarily leaving that spot because there's nobody there. But I didn't have really a choice from what I could tell. I wanted to come over and see if I could get this guy out of here. Now this is tricky because there's a 110E3 and a JPZ, and I want to come up here and catch this guy. If I get lit right there, which I don't think I do this time, then they know I've moved. Yeah, there you go. So unfortunately, I got lit. They know I'm there. And I really don't want to come up and over again right now, because more than likely the JPZ and the 110 are staring in that position. Of course, there's the Arty to shave another 168 hit points. So you're going to take hits playing like this up front in this particular position. And other than 277, I'm the only guy on the entire team willing to do it. It's just a video game, guys. I'm going to rock back and forth. So I'm going to take a couple pokes on this WZ, because honestly at this point we have a bit of an advantage going, but it's kind of stalemated, and I don't have enough help up here to get much done. I was really hoping the Leopard would get out and get up forward and be smart about it and maybe get a few spots in there. The only good news about where he is that anything that pushes forward, he's probably going to see pretty quickly. So the 60 TP takes a couple more hits, so I'm going to shift again. Maybe a little, that was maybe a little high. Sort of expected to get lit by something right there. So looks like they don't know I'm crossing right now. That's why this middle position is so nice. We can cross back and forth, and now I can come back over here. The 62A gets forward, but as you can see, there's some snippers back there. So he's getting a little beat up, and he's not lighting anything. So what I'm worried about is the middle is supporting him, and nobody's here spotting them. So let's come up and see if we can find these dudes. There we go. Don't quite get a shot on him. Oh geez, the JPZ's moving up. There's a little more assist for you. 2,366. You know, it does change the calculation a little bit, and the WZ just barely missed me, thank goodness. When there's no artillery, this is a little bit more difficult. When there's no artillery and you're popping up and over, all you're really risking is losing your own hit points, unless you know you're going to get a shot. I'm a little bit worried here, so I'm going to back out because that WZ keeps seeing me. And we don't have enough guys forward enough on the 1-2 line, so now I'm feeling like I'm a little bit, it's a little bit risky. I almost took that, but I'm kind of glad I didn't, because I think he'd have popped up and taken another shot, nice aim shot at me, and I don't think I had a great shot because I wasn't quite aimed. T-62 gets their bat chat. That was huge. WZ's head gets pushed down again. We're going to take a peek here, see if we can see anybody. Maybe get some guys on the top, some shots. Oh, okay, that's interesting. There he is. So there's the 60 TP. Every time I do that, I'm expecting Artie to hit me. Again, it's a video game. There's some spotting on the 60 TP. Got away, right? So instead of rocking back and forth, I just completely changed position. Thank goodness that guy didn't get a shot on me. The unfortunate part about this is the STB and the 60 TP know that I'm running this way, and thank goodness I got missed twice by these guys. And when you're doing stuff like this in games where you're in an important position, getting the spotting, trying to keep the other team honest, yeah, you're going to get the arty focus, man. It's just a game. It's just a video game. And you can actually work around it. You know, sometimes they get lucky and you just get nuked on the move or whatever. But you can minimize their effectiveness. I wish I'd have been more ready with that shot. I just sort of came up in a kind of a dumb aiming way. I might have been able to pickle one off. What I didn't want to do was get baited into trying to make a better shot. So I was really just trying to spot him and see if the artillery could put some shots. There we go. So there goes one in there. I think the enemy artillery, as they start to get closed in like this, might be busy with other positions or shooting other places. We'd have to pay attention a little closer to the mini map on where the shots are going, and that's a very useful piece of SA if you can use it. Paying attention to where the rings show up so you know where the strikes are going, and that'll give you a timing on when they've actually fired and let you know whether you're about to get focused. Okay, someone's moving in to support me. Fantastic. Trying to look for a shot on that guy. I don't get it. There he is. All right, there's the WZ. He's waiting for me. I get away from him. I'm wondering if I'm going to get hit by Artie. They're 110 E3 dies. I'm up to 3,100 assist and 1,800 damage. Watching as the rest of the team moves in. I don't know what this 4005 is doing, to be quite honest. It's perplexing to me. He's not even on our side of the map, I don't believe. No, he's over there. That, like, literally, there are no shots where he is of any kind, ever, for the rest of the game. It's just not a spot to be. So it's it's just very strange. And he's not even moving. You would go, well, okay, he's repositioning, but I'm not really sure where you would be looking right now to get a shot. And that's part of the it's a game thing, man. Like, what are you doing down there, 4005? What exactly is the plan? So I'm going to type in, I'm like, Leo, man, we need some help. And he actually says affirmative. Because I don't have the hit points, and considering it's a JPZ, I mean, I'll be deleted. I'm really lucky he doesn't find me right here. I bounce him, he gets his turret just in time, and that's what I'm worried about. The STB gets a shot. The STB's falling all the way back into the back. So he takes another chunk off me, but there's a big hit. That's nice. And I was like, oh, Artie, man, that would have been a good one to hit. There, Artie shoots short, thank goodness. And the Leopard, at least he's moving up, but you see the WZ sees him. I mean, it's a horrible, I don't even understand. I can't comprehend how he thinks he's going to get there without this guy seeing him. Really, had he come down, maybe underneath where I am, or worked through the bushes, or even come, I don't know. There's about 82 other better ways than thinking you're going to go very high on the one line. And I don't know. I can't figure it out, man. They're already hitting me again, so he's got that 3-shell auto loader. Look, I think the Leopard thinks maybe he's not spotted. Well, he killed him. Okay, well, good on him. Maybe he's the genius. So there he goes. He's moving in. I didn't want to die immediately crossing over. I went for trying to get the assist right there damage, but it didn't work. I'll steal that kill. And I'll be honest here for just a moment, I started to get slightly concerned. And maybe the 4005's AFK because he still hasn't moved. Don't know. I started to get a little bit concerned based on how many one-shots we had moving in here, that somehow he might come away with a win. But I wasn't really paying attention to these two dudes behind me. The 268's got a bunch of hit points. But I believe he kills the... He might kill both the Leopard and the KPZ, not sure. He gets one of them. Yep, there we go. So he did get the KPZ, and he might get the grill or something. I don't remember. Hits the grill. And I'm just thinking, man, I have got to get in here. But he takes a big hit there. Looks like maybe that was artillery or something. I don't know. 277. But he's got so many guns on him now, it doesn't really matter. And we're able to shut him down. So we got 2,125 damage. After all of that, right, I go to the place that nobody else wants to go. It's just a video game. You know, at the end of the day, trying to get better at the game. Practice, watching videos to learn things, know a little bit about the game mechanics, know a lot about the game mechanics at some point if you want to get really good. But all of the watching and knowing and practicing doesn't really matter if you're not practicing some of the right things, which is, for example, on proc, going to the 5.6 line and learning how to work the middle. I'm not saying every tank can do it. I'm not saying you would even do it in every match in the same tank. It would depend on tiering, would depend on team makeup, to some extent depend on what your team's doing. But in this case, if we'd had nobody on the 5.6 line, that would have been a much tougher row to hoe for us, right? A much tougher ask. I don't know if maybe I didn't go there, somebody would eventually have gone there, but based on where everyone was deploying, I don't think so. You can tell pretty quickly as it starts on proc, if you don't see anyone going for the 5.6 line, you might want to go there. And it's not that hard to work it pretty well. Just be careful with the artillery. Remember, it's a video game, fellas, you know. And go practice that kind of stuff. Go try to do it. It wasn't a massive damage game, but it was a 5,800 combined, 3,700 assist and 2,125 damage with a couple kills. Now I think one of these guys, maybe the 277 or the Leopard, I don't remember which one. Someone else had a really big game, 6K. It'll be on the card back there. So good on them. They did a nice job with that. I'm assuming that 4005 is AFK based on he hasn't moved for a while. You will be surprised if you just do some of these things, how good your results will become. And you'll start collecting extra assists. You'll start collecting extra damage, extra kills. Your experience will be higher. And I think, remember it's a video game, I think your enjoyment of the game will be much higher. If you're more active and you're learning and you're trying new things, Vice, always going into whatever your favorite bush it is, or sniper position, or singular position you like to use on a map. So remember, say it one last time. It's just a video game. All right, that's all I've got. We will see ya.